G'day and hello beautiful people, it is Mimo here with a new beginning Negan, up for some tier 3, tier 4 actions and a little bit of a chat. Now this guy was the one that was in that Negan Frenzy level up tournament. He was the second place reward, which I was lucky enough to run away with in the end. Now essentially first place was that Robert Kirkman series special edition Negan, the yellow one. But like I said, fortunately enough, I was wised up in the end and saw the value in actually having a ranged player and a ranged leader skill, but also a red player. He definitely added to the strengths on my reds and made things a whole lot easier in my range department. So thankfully I didn't get tempted by that first place, and I was wise enough to stick with the second because it has turned out to be one of the better moves I have done in this game. Now Negan here, of course, leader skill, all ranged teammates get plus 30% defense and a very large bonus to AP when taking damage. Now if you think about it, it's basically the ranged version of the original Depot Morgan. So the original yellow Morgan, it's just the ranged version of his leader skill, which isn't all that bad. Like I said, plus 30% defense. You can make a pretty good quality defense team with his leader skill. But in saying that, I'm not a big fan of AP when taking damage, and it's no different here. I do not favour that leader skill because of that, and I sort of steer clear of it because of that. But in saying that, I have seen it used very, very effective in a defense team, and I have no doubt I have the roster to actually use it effectively. Like, I have 3 Conrads, of course I could find a way to use it effectively. So that leader skill will be something I may look at using in the future, you know, before I actually walk clear away from the game. It's definitely something I'll look at using, and I don't mind it, and I think it can be effectively used. Now Adrenaline Rush, of course, he is at the 58 AP when maxed out. Now, you know, you can work with 58 AP. Predominantly, I don't usually like to use anything slower than a 45 AP on a defense team, but like I said, his leader skill sort of makes up for that, and you can speed it up a bit and things like that. So it's not overly that bad. 58 AP is sort of like right on the line of APs you can work with in a defense team. You don't really want slow things in your defense team because you'll just get shredded unless you set it up a particular way. Now Adrenaline Rush wise, he deals 400% damage and minus 55% defense for 1 turn to up to 3 enemies. I found that really, really valuable. The minus defense, even though it hits randomly 3 enemies, it's usually the middle one and 2 of the outside ones. It sort of has a pattern though to how it hits the 3 enemies, and usually if I come over with someone like the Wanderer or something like that, they'll hit actually usually the same 3. I said usually about 500 times then, but they'll usually I just did it again. Anyways, yeah, so not a bad rush. 400% damage is quality as well. Now when he is maxed out, he does a 785 attack, 793 defense, and 1130 health or HP. So bit low in the attack and defense department. Like I always say, and I probably repeat it 20,000 times in these videos, is you usually want your attack and defense attributes to be up, or stats to be up in the 800s plus. You know, they're not too far off it, so you can't be too disappointed. And then his health, of course, is actually pretty nice at 1130. That's a nice stat there. But you definitely can add defense and attack with weapons and things like that. Same with, you can fasten up his Adrenaline Rush or the AP cost with the 50A with your weapons and things. So it's not overly that bad. Like, he's not special in any regards by his OP nature or anything, but he's good at what he does. And like I said, that leader skill can be used very, very effectively. The Adrenaline Rush is very, very effective, especially if you have a multi-hitter. Like I said, I use people like the Governor, the Wanderer, and things like that, Reds coming in behind him, and they actually usually take out all the 3 people he's hit. So he makes it a bit better, and he's definitely helped my attack team when it comes to greens. I never struggled with greens, but definitely I can see the value of having quality reds now that I've got a few of them in there. So it's really, really nice. It comes in really handy with Survivor Road. But as always, I hope you did enjoy, and thank you for watching.